Get ready for an electrifying conversation with the rising star of women's boxing, Sara Bailey. As she prepares to take on Evelyn Nazarena Bermudez in a highly anticipated unification bout on September 20th, Sara joins us on Lightning Strikes podcast to share her journey, insights, and strategy for the big fight. From her early days as a Canadian amateur champion to becoming the fastest professional world champion in Canadian boxing history, Sara's story is one of determination, perseverance, and passion. Join us as we dive into her world, exploring what drives her, her approach to her upcoming fight, and what she hopes to achieve in the ring. Sara, thanks for joining us, champ.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay, great to be here. First off, congratulations on all your recent success and becoming the WBA light flyweight world champion. It's got a nice ring to it.
That's not bad.
So, how does it feel to be on the cusp of another historic moment with this unification bout coming up against Bermudez?
Honestly, it's all the same to me because my ultimate goal is becoming undisputed. So everything in the lead up is just another stepping stone. It's just something I have to do. It's just a fight I have to take. My whole entire career has been challenges right from the beginning, and that's what I've wanted. So this unification, yeah, it means a lot, but then it's what's next. So I'm constantly looking at what's ahead.
But before looking too far ahead, can you tell us about your preparation for this fight? Is there any specific things you can share that you worked on or focused on for this training camp?
I would say specifically finding the right sparring. So someone that replicates Evelyn, and we managed to find that down in California. We managed to find that in Vegas as well. And it's just capitalizing on some of her weaknesses, and it's actually knowing what her strengths are as well.
Now, Bermudez is known to be aggressive. She puts pressure on her opponent. She brings the heat, makes it hard for the opponent to find their rhythm. How do you plan to counter her pressure and aggression in that ring?
Boxing. I don't think Evelyn has faced a boxer yet. Everyone has stood in the center and traded with her. And I just don't think that she has the same technical ability that I have. I don't think she has a lateral movement that I have. So just looking at her past opposition, nobody has fought the way I do.
Now, have you prepared for plan B in the case of if, say, your legs and boxing ability is not enough and you need to find an extra gear where you're inside and you're in the pocket? Have you prepared and trained for that?
Absolutely. Everyone knows that I can also brawl. I could also come forward. I could also be the aggressor. I could be a technical, aggressive fighter as well, coming on my front foot. I can go both ways, move forward, move back, move left and right. So I don't think if plan A doesn't work, plan B, C, D, we've got many plans moving forward.
Are there any specific moments or memories from past fights, pro or amateur, that you can draw on for inspiration as you prepare for this bout?
Honestly, I before getting on the Canadian national team, I lost in the national final 3 times on a split decision to the same person over and over again. So I have faced that adversity. I have faced, being so close to getting there and then just not getting there. So anyone else in that position would have given up. I then went my 4th time, and then in that 4th attempt, that's when I was able to win. And I had fought her on club shows, nationals, and I just knew that if I stay persistent, I'm going to win. So now we're a professional boxer where I'm fighting 10 rounds. If the first 3, 4, 5 rounds don't go, that's okay. I still have time.
First thing I found we have in common together, because I also won the national title on my 4th attempt as a youth also. So persistence, resilience, and coming back. For sure, that resonates. Now, what role do you think this unification bout plays in the larger context of women's boxing, and how do you see yourself doing your part in that in terms of contributing to the growth and development of the sport?
Well, aside from Quebec being big for boxing, you don't see it much in Ontario or the rest of Canada. So I just think that bringing this unification to Ontario, specifically to Ottawa, where it's the capital city, it just finally puts us on a platform that we need. And now we have TV networks involved as well. And it's huge for women's boxing, but it's huge for boxing in general. Like, we have not had this in, almost 20 years?
Well, I think a lot of things have kind of fallen into place. Like, I was at your last fight in March at the Toronto casino, and DAZN was there, televising in the house, and co-promoting with Jake Paul's MVP, and everything. And then now we have day before weigh-ins in Ontario, so it all kind of snowballed and fell into place at the same time. So I agree that the stars are starting to align for Ontario boxing, where it is starting to have world-class implications.
Yeah, so it's taken a while, but it's finally happening. And it's like, if it wasn't going to be for my generation, it would have been for the next. But now it's finally happening.
Now it's fight week. We're here in your hotel suite at the venue. You're tapering down training. The hard part is over. It's all mental now from here. You're cutting weight. How do you stay focused and calm leading up to fight night?
I take it day by day. There's a goal at the end of the week. It's to become the unified world champion and then to become undisputed. Those are obviously in the back of my mind, but it's take each day as its own. It's, right now it's focus on your water load. It's drink 8 liters. That's your main goal right now. And it's just staying present.
That's important. That applies to a lot of things in life.
Big time.
It's a good one. Now, Sara, as a champion, you're not only representing yourself, but also your country and your team. So how do you handle that added pressure and responsibility of being a role model? Because that's what you are.
Yeah.
How do you...
I mean, I've chosen to put myself in this situation. So is there pressure? Yes, but I've chosen it. I could have had easy defenses. I could have handpicked, cherry-picked my opponents, and I have not done that. And I'm just trying to show everyone that, I had an extensive amateur background and I faced all the adversity in the world. And now with the professionals, I just want to move not as fast as I can, but just take on the biggest challenges because I'm ready. I've put in the work. I am consistent day in, day out. So I'm ready for whatever there is to be, like the highest of the high, I'm ready for that. So I just want everyone to just see that if you work hard at it, you will be able to get to where I am now.
Touching on your background a little bit, let's see if I get this right. You are a Canadian, Iranian, Sierra Leonean boxer.
Yeah, it's a mouthful.
On the first try, So it's a very diverse background. Has it shaped your perspective and approach to boxing in any way?
I mean, the Persian community here in Toronto is massive. So I was born and raised in Vancouver, also massive Persian community out there. Both my parents are from Iran. Where the Sierra Leone comes in is I had a great-great-grandmother that was just born there. It's like me being born in Canada. So it's like, I mean, that's how I was able to get a passport to compete for Sierra Leone at the amateur level. But my roots are actually Iranian. Like I'm fluent in Farsi, and both parents are from Iran. They immigrated back in 1990. So it's exciting to show even Iranians, especially the women who have no freedom back at home. If I was doing what I'm doing in Iran right now, I wouldn't be able to, right? Women have no rights there still. So I just want to show them with freedom what you can do and what you can accomplish, and I'm doing that here in North America.
No, that's wonderful. Now, you're married to your coach, Stevie Bailey. How does your relationship with him support your boxing career?
I mean, if you're not on the same page as your partner, then it's never going to work. And Stevie started as just my coach. There was no relationship involved. And I moved from Vancouver to Ontario to train with him specifically. We were roommates, love came after, and I think that's why it works, because we've been on the same page. Boxing comes first, marriage is second. Like, for both of us, boxing is number one. So yeah, we might fight or whatever when we get home, but in the gym, we are so professional and just keep the two separated because we both have these goals we want to accomplish, and we both understand that, you know what, our relationship has to sacrifice sometimes to make sure that we win in boxing.
Now, you were touching on your Persian background. You're fluent in Persian.
Yeah.
So how important is it for you to maintain your language and your cultural ties?
It's huge. I mean, growing up, my parents would always say, either you speak Farsi or we will speak English to you. And it was like, hell no, you have a silly accent we don't want to hear. And we just were like, no, fine, we'll speak Farsi to you. And I'm so glad that they forced us to, because I have so much family back home in Iran who I can actually talk to. They don't speak a lick of English. So if I didn't have that language, I wouldn't be able to even communicate with them.
Right,
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. Super grateful.
Absolutely. I wish I would have stuck to my roots a little more growing up. I got away from my Portuguese because I was embarrassed when my friends came over as I got older, you know?
Yeah.
But now it's like, I wish I would have, you know?
Yeah.
So how do you balance your personal life and your boxing career? And what tips can you share with those who may be juggling multiple responsibilities?
I mean, communication is number one. And with me and Stevie, it's, okay, what's most important to you? And for us, we're on the same page. Boxing comes first. So regardless of what happens at the gym, we've kind of vowed to it of like, okay, we come home, then that's it. Like, I'm not coach right now. Or
that's hard.
It is very hard.
You're making it sound easy, but that's hard.
It is. Yeah. And he's actually better in it than I am. He'll be able to turn it off completely. He won't tell me like, oh, what are you eating there? You should be watching your weight, or step on the scale for me. He never, ever does that, and just trusts me, because it's a trust thing too. And whereas he'll be critical of me at the gym, and I'll come home and I'm still mad at him for being so hard on me at the gym. And he's like, well, this is what you wanted. So I'm still trying to get better at it, but it comes down to communication for sure.
Sara, you just finished talking about balancing your personal life and boxing career. You know, but sometimes life throws us curveballs that makes it even harder to juggle our responsibilities. I know firsthand how tough it can be. I buried my mother right before my third pro fight. I also understand that you faced a similar challenge with the loss of your brother before your third pro fight.
Yeah.
So how did you find the strength to navigate that kind of personal struggle while still pursuing your passion for boxing? And you know, what lessons did you learn from that experience that have stayed with you to this day?
Honestly, I started boxing because of my brother. I mean, it was a mixture of not wanting to do any more school sports, and then he was in the sport already. So my parents said, why don't you take up boxing with Sasan? And at first I was like, well, I don't want to look like him. Look at his broken nose, and he had cauliflower ears. And I was just like, that's not me. I don't want to be that. And they're like, no, like, just go to the gym with him. Just exercise for the sake of exercising. And I was just a jock. So I started boxing and fall in love with it really quickly. And that was just a way of us bonding. So now he's 14 months younger than me. We're really, really close in age.
Okay.
And when he passed, I just felt that if I didn't continue boxing, I would lose who my brother was. He was with me at all times. I felt like every time I step in the ring, Sasan's also in the ring. Every time I'm training or cutting weight, Sasan's also there with me. So it literally propelled me forward and just made me a stronger human being. When I went to my brother's funeral, Stevie kept saying, like, Sara, you don't have to take this fight. And I just kept telling him, like, I do have to. I honestly do, because this is how I'm grieving right now. And it's keeping him closer to me, some way and form. I've never had anyone pass away ever. And the first time I do, it's my brother. And it's a feeling that nobody understands until
it happens.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
And my reaction was just simply, I have to keep boxing.
Yeah, because it's survival too.
Yeah.
It's a coping mechanism, but it's the best coping mechanism, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, Sara, you've had an incredible run so far. What advice would you give to young boxers just starting out, and how do you think your experiences can inspire others?
My main thing I always say is set goals for yourself and set realistic goals where you won't be disappointed. So when I first started boxing, I didn't think I'm going to be a world champion. I didn't think I'm going to be an Olympian. I didn't think I'm going to be national team. I just wanted to win my first fight. And then it was like, you know what, get to 5 fights. Get to 10 fights and go to your first tournament. Win your first tournament. Win Best Boxer awards and things like that. And I feel like being that realistic and having those attainable goals then slowly led me to these massive goals. And again, just staying present. Like, enjoy when you win, enjoy it. Don't keep looking at the next thing, which is kind of what I'm doing right now. You know, I won my WBA world title. Everyone's like, how did that feel? And I was like, empty. I still felt empty. Enjoy it a bit more. Take that moment in for a second.
100%, because it's fleeting.
Yeah.
It's fleeting.
Yeah,
Yes.
It goes by so quick.
Savor the victory.
Yeah.
Finally, Sara, what? And again, I feel like I'm going to make you repeat yourself. But what message do you want to convey to your fans and supporters as you head into this big fight? And what can they expect from you on September 20th?
We're making history. Canada is making a lot of history here. Ontario is making a lot of history here. And female boxing, we've never had this kind of historic event in Canada ever for boxing. So it's a super exciting time, and I hope that I put the stamp in. This is the first of many to come. So keep working hard at it. I had a very tough path with my amateur career leading up with all this adversity through, family members passing away and, awful events, but there's always a silver lining to everything. And
it shapes you.
It does.
It shapes you, and if you got the right people and the right mindset in life, as you're demonstrating, good can come from sometimes horrible things.
Surround yourself with good people, and good will come. And just, keep that circle small, but people who are on the same page as you.
Do you find like there's been temptations or since becoming a world champion where like people are trying to make that circle bigger? Yeah.
And, I have a tough time. I don't actually like being in the limelight at all. A lot of my friends will attest to that. And like, I don't like cameras. I don't like any of that. I just like winning in boxing. And I like the legacy I'm going to leave behind, but everything else that comes with it, I could not care less. Right. And it's the nature of it. It does happen. It does come. You have to just deal with it. And I'm trying to motivate and be an influence on the future generation. So I need to do these things. And but do I like it? It's not my favorite thing in the world. Sure. But I mean, the circle's gonna start growing, but you have those core people that you just hang on to.
100%. Sara, wonderful message. I'll be tuning in on Saturday night, and I can't wait to see you do your thing.
Thanks so much,
Thank you for joining us.
Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you.